Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley 2, the rematch. Timothy Bradley's reasons for injuring his feet in the first Pacquiao bout. It will shock you. He says the reason why he injured his 2 feet in the first fight was because he didn't have socks on. Yeah, I said that. He didn't have socks on. He said he trained the whole camp mostly without socks on, and he was very comfortable. He liked it because you could, I guess, feel the ring more and plant your feet, he was saying more or something. But when he actually came fight day and he walked in the actual ring, he said the ring was way different than his ring. And the professional ring, he said, was spongy and too soft, and his feet were slipping in his ankle-high Nike shoes he wore in the first fight. So he said that was a bad mistake, and I won't do that again, but pretty much he's been in the sport for 8 years, and he decides to do that in that fight. I don't know, people are questioning that it's a pretty weird excuse that you injured your feet because you weren't wearing socks on. He said he was battling his shoes and he was battling Pacquiao at the same time, so he's distracted. Pretty much Pacquiao and Freddie Roach heard that, and they were shocked by what he said, that he wasn't wearing socks, and that affected him to get injured. They said they never heard that before, and I never heard that before until now. People are saying it's unbelievable that you've been in the sport you've been pro for 8 years, and you do that at your biggest fight in your career. Because that was the first time, I guess, he wore no socks in the ring. So he pretty much said he couldn't plant his feet right because he didn't have socks on. He didn't have the right support, not a snug fit with his shoes. Really, though, of course you're not gonna. If you wear socks, it's gonna be a tighter fit. You should know that, really. But he liked it in training, so he tried trying it out in that, and I kind of think that's a bad excuse, but anyway, he couldn't plant his feet, he said, and he couldn't, he was getting, what do you call it? He couldn't his feet couldn't stay planted on the ground right. Okay, then what happened in the Provodnikov fight? What happened there? You had socks on, right? So, anyway, it's a weird excuse. In his head, he probably believes it, and I don't know, when it comes to fighters like this, sometimes they are obsessive compulsive with their rituals and training, and maybe he truly did think it was affecting him in the fight. Obviously, it's a bad excuse, a weird excuse to the outside. To, like, me and you think it's stupid. To him, he probably truly believes it. But we all know he exited the ring he came to the press conference in a wheelchair, and in the last fight because of that. And pretty much he's going to wear socks in the second fight, this fight on April 12th. He can tell you that. He said that pretty much changed the whole outcome of the fight, me not wearing socks. And then he started, what do you call it? He started kind of, he said before the injury, I was shocked what I was seeing from Pacquiao. I heard so much about Pacquiao during the build-up, and he did not live up to the billing. After the first round, I walked back to my corner. This is Bradley saying this. In the first round, and Bradley said his confidence soared after the first 3 minutes. He says, honestly, after the first round, I said to myself, this is the best fighter in the world? Are you serious? Bradley said, I did not feel that he was that much more superior than I was. I was like, I'm right here. I'm able to be hit. I can move on him. I also felt that I was smarter than him and I could take control of the fight a lot better. But if I had socks on, I would have took control way better, he said. That's an excuse, and for him to, if this is actually him saying that, because this is the article saying, and sometimes I don't believe these articles, because if he's saying that, it's kind of ignorant, really, saying that it was because your socks, and you're saying Pacquiao didn't live up to it, but you're blaming your socks. I don't know. Anyway, he says, I'll have my feet under me this time, and I'll be wearing socks, no doubt, and I won't make that error. So anyway, his socks cost him the first fight. Well, really, he won the fight, but everyone knows he didn't win the fight, but technically he won. So anyway, pretty much that's why he said he didn't do as good in the first fight, because he didn't have his feet underneath him. He didn't have socks on. In the Provodnikov fight, he had socks on. He still didn't have his feet under him. So really, that's a bad excuse, a weird excuse. He believes it, like I said. To us, it's not a good excuse. And for him to downgrade and to say that stuff about Pacquiao, saying he's not as good as he is, people are saying, and he lost that fight, and he's talking shit, and he lost the fight, and he's blaming it on his socks. So I think he shouldn't have said that. I don't know if he did say that, because sometimes these articles, you never know. Apparently he told Yahoo Sports that, though, that it was the socks that made his performance worse in the first fight. So anyway, I never knew that until now from reading this article. What do you guys think about that? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and don't miss the fight. Thanks for watching.